Well, morning everybody. I've just managed to get up here on the plot just for a couple of minutes. I've just been brought up in the car, which is great for me, as I can't walk yet. But I'm just popping into the tunnel here just to have a little look around. Spring cabbages are absolutely fantastic. I've got some lovely little heads on them. No doubt we'll be munching on some of them this weekend. Main priority was to get up and just check on the strawberries. Loads of comments over the internet on the strawberries. So as I say, mine have only been hanging. Roger hung these about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and they're just starting to break there now. As I say, there's no heating whatsoever in here. The best way to check on for the moisture is take your pot out. If you've got your pot in the centre, take your pot out. You can see by that the roots on the bottom there. Well, that tells me that the hole, that the roots are just growing away great there. Pop your hand in and check for moisture, and it's still lovely and moist in there. Now that's been hanging for 4 weeks now. They had a good soak when they were outside, because they sat outside from September, and they've had no water whatsoever. All they've had is a good light sprinkling of sulphate of potash. And what we'll be doing this weekend, we'll be able to take them all down one at a time and go right through them. Just give them a good clean up, and that'll sort them out. But one thing I have to do this weekend is get the leeks sorted. That's what seedlings for next year, for show leeks. They're growing away fine. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean them right back again, put all the old flags off them, and give them a good spraying. So I'd say that's one job for Sunday afternoon. I can only get it for a couple of hours at a time, but as I say, we're getting there. The tunnel's looking fantastic. As I say, Roger's really worked well since I've been absent over the last couple of months. The garlic's doing really well, and these are the combs that were the big round combs. If you remember, I put them in for seed last year. They're growing well. Keep them inside, and it just keeps them clear of the rust. But I'm pleased. This is the first tunnel, the one we converted last year to the new bed. As I see, all the baskets are hanging up there well. We'll work our way through them this weekend and get them all nice and clean. I'm just going to pop into the bottom tunnel and just see what's happening in there, because we managed to get a few tatties not put in last week. So we'll see how they're going. Okay. Right, this is definitely a job to do today. I'm going to take one of the chrysanthemums down. I noticed Dean Hood managed to get a few cuttings taken. Well done, Dean. As you know, I'm not going to be showing them this year because I'm well behind. At least they're doing okay. I'm well pleased with them. Carl Nolan was commenting on these leeks the other day. Well, there's mine, Carl. Just nice and small, nice and steady. Not too big, they're just growing away, and they'll be fine for middle of May to the end of May for planting out. Don't worry about them. They're growing away fine. Managed to tidy up most of the dahlias, and they're in that pots here. Just sitting away. As I say, we've got no cuttings coming on here. We're way behind. I usually put them on a heat bench around about December. But as I say, this year we've been slowly put back. Plenty of show leeks up on the top there, and blanch leeks. But as I say, at the moment I just haven't had the time to get stuck into them. There's some Yorkshire Giants on the bottom, all in big pots there. They're the Paul Rochester leeks. They're looking fine at the moment. I'm pleased with them. As I say, we've got them growing. That's the main thing. But yeah, I've popped up this morning. Main thing is to get this chrysanthemums. I'll try and get a couple of them down at home. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking a few cuttings. But that's my job for the day. I'll be able to get them in greenhouse and get sat down. Now these strawberries here, they were brought in a month earlier than the ones in the lower tunnel, so you can see that just by looking at them, the difference in these. We like to do them in three batches, so we don't get all the strawberries in one go. But they're romping away. Once again, no water, not yet. All they've had is a light sprinkle of sulphate of ammonia. And what we'll do, we'll go around this weekend, we'll take all the pots down and break up all the top of the surface of the soil so it's nice and loose, and take all the dead leaves off so they're nice and clean. And that's the job for this week. We've got 3 rows of potatoes, early potatoes sown. They're all in. The weekly hoses are put back out, and that's a big lifesaver. as I say, Roger just has to come up and stick the hose on, and the weekly hoses water the whole length of the tunnel. I've got 2 rows of garlic. That's what garlic's down the side there, shooting away. Pleased with them. We'll start them outside in the black pots and then bring them inside when the weather really turns bad. And of course that we'll get away with the rust, not getting any rust on them. And that's the way we let it grow. But yeah, well pleased with them. So I'm going to put off down home, get them chrysanthemums and take a few cuttings down home. Right, well, morning everybody. Just get myself back down from the garden, the plot. Yes, Carl. I know what you are, mate. What you mean, mate? Both of here. Get the hat off and get the fresh air to the head. I enjoyed watching your video. It was great. Nice to see what other people are doing. As I posted on the plot, it's nice to put a voice to a face, as I say. So, as I say, this morning, I've managed to get up the allotment. I got taken up by car and brought back down by car, just for an hour to see what's happening in the greenhouses, and I'm over the moon. Things are growing great. Roger's really been pulling out all the stuff to make sure everything's keeping growing. As I say, I'm well pleased. I had a good look at the strawberries and that. Now I do intend to do a lot of work on them this weekend. Clean out, feeding, bits and pieces. But I said to Dave on YouTube that I would do the 5 questions and answers. So I'll try and get them out of the way. I did shake them around a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them and I'm going to put 5 nominations down, do me 5 questions and answers, and I'm going to make another video tomorrow morning, and I'll get that posted online probably tomorrow night. The main thing I went up the allotment for this morning was to bring a couple of chrysanthemum stools down, and of course, hey ho, I got talking to a couple of lads. I had a visit from Alan, who just joined the plot, and he got brought up with a brother-in-law Ron. They come up for some changes to sow, and we had a really good chat. He's really keen on photography, smashing lad. So I had a great time chatting with him, and I'm going to go onto his page tonight and look at some of his pictures. So I was well pleased with that. But the main thing to get up there this morning was to bring down a couple of chrysanthemums. Dean Hood, you're well away, mate. We are cuttings. What I was intending to do was to put my chrysanthemums on the heat in January and get me cuttings at the end of January. But as I say, I've been put that far back this year with having my accident. It just isn't going to happen. So I'll not be showing the chrysanthemums this year. But what I intended to do yesterday or this morning was to bring a couple of stools down here, because I've got some lovely green shoots on them. And what I was going to do was make a video down here. But I'll do that tomorrow morning when I do my shout out. Roger's going to bring the stools down, so I'll get everything I need down hand, a good sharp knife, some rooting powder, some good compost, some nice trays, nice propagator lid, and I'll show you how I take my cuttings of the chrysanthemums. The dahlias I managed to get cleaned up. I've saved about 12 of the tubers from the biggest ones, and what I've done, I've potted them up into a 9-inch pot. They're fine, they'll just sit there now. The tubers will be a lot slower, but at least I've still got the stock, and that's the main thing. That's what it's all about. It's saving your stock. At the moment, things are running away down here. As I say, you'll notice it's a lot lighter today because I've taken this side of the polybubble down. That's the extra light through here. I don't like taking it from the south side just yet, because the sun's it's just starting to climb across the roof there, and that extra sunlight or that heavy sun has got a chance to burn the plants. So I'll leave this side on for another couple of weeks yet, and then I'll put the shade on the outside. Just spray a little bit of white plaster of paint over, and I'll just give it a nice bit of shade that you need. Too much bright light and it can scorch your plants, especially if you're watering. That's why I always like to water from down below, so I don't have any problems with that. But yeah, for the time being, everything's great. Off with sunflower seeds. Mine are just coming up. They've just popped their heads through the the compost. So I'm well pleased with them. I put some Spanish toms in just the other day, and they're through already. So that's 5 days. It's not excessively hot in here. As I say, through the day I'll have the temperatures quite easily at 55, and just under a proper get a lid there, and come through just as quick. I can always just lift the vent when I want, just a little bit of fresh air, and put a pot or a tray into the vent, which is what I normally do when the sun's out. Pop that up, stick a tray in, and I've got fresh air coming through there. That's lovely. It just cools this right down. I think it's I'm just going to check that it's actually 70 in here, so I'll have this door open now and let some fresh air in. As I say, once the sun gets on the greenhouse, you'd be amazed at how quick the temperatures can rise. So I'm just going to pop up, have a cup of tea now and a sandwich, and then I'll do my list, I'll do my shout out tomorrow morning, and I'll do my 5 nominations. As I say, it's nice to start getting back again into the garden. I've got loads of work to do down here, especially my onions, and that's one thing I did want to show you, because this was one of the challenges I've done this year. If you remember at the beginning of the year when I started my onions off, these are the big Billy Lamb onions, by the way. Now these were the ones I grew in the pots, just the same, just a small pot, and I thought about pricking them off at the crook stage like everybody else is. So that's the Billy Lambs. They potted off at the crook stage. They're not too big, just the way I like them. And there's me Billy Lambs that I put off in single cell trays. Oh, the only difference with them is they get water from underneath the tray, and these just get water on the top. But they're ready for potting off. I had a look, pulled the tray back last night, and lo and behold, there's loads of nice root there on the bottom there. So what I'll do this weekend, I'll start potting them up, make a nice compost up, and I'll get started potting these up into small cups. But there's no difference between them and them. So I hope I proved the point there when I says that it's not necessarily to pot them off at the crook stage. I know people say they like to get them done to stop any root damage, but to my way of thinking, when I start pulling them out of them little cell trays, their root ball will be just nice and tight, and they can plant them straight into a small pot, and without any damage to the roots. So yeah, I'm pleased with them. I couldn't wait. They're growing the way I like them. So nice and slowly. The Elsa Craig are potted up. They're on a big tray down here. I don't know if you can see them. They were all done. I started off with a load of seed. Last week's Syrinth, perennial flowers. They've only been in a week and a half, and well through there. The difference with them is now that they've got full light here, nice and strong, nice strong little plants here, and that's the way you want your bedding plants. I'll start potting them up maybe middle of next week when they get a bit stronger. I know the roots are out the bottom there now, but the perennial plants, and they'll go potted up into pots in little small cups. But we'll have a look at all them next week. As I say, there's about 14 or 15 different varieties here. All Lobelia, pansies, petunias, all rocketing through. So I'm well pleased. Yep. So everything's growing fine at the moment. So once again, thanks for watching. I'm just keeping us updated what's going on. But I will do a video tomorrow. I'll do my shout out with Dave Robson, and I'll do my 5 nominations. I'll have a look and work out where I'm going to put the questions and answers and in what order. So for the time being, thanks for watching, and thanks for all the new subscribers on YouTube. Great. It's nice to see so many young ones coming on. Some fantastic names, tags I should say. I'm still getting used to this jargon on the internet, blogging and tagging and whatnot. So welcome to the Giant Dome House. I think it's a fantastic name. But there's some great ones on there. But say everybody's welcome. Just like me, subscribe, and enjoy my channel. And I'll see you all again soon. Okay? Thanks for the time being.